history makers in Bucharest. That's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. Before we get into it, drop a like on the video, subscribe to West Ham, unofficial our channel sponsors SRM Carver and Son by clicking the link in the description down below. It does become a channel member as well if you'd like, for just £2.99 a month. So last night I am here for a little match reaction for Fcsb 0, West Ham United 3. Let's start off with the history makers then. So in the 2-year, very vast, very long existence of the fantastic, I must say, Europa Conference League, no team has gone unbeaten, and no team has won 6 out of 6 in the group stage until now. West Ham United have played 6 games in their group stage. They've won 6, they've drawn none, they've lost none. It's literally a perfect campaign for the boys in claret and blue, and I'm buzzing for them. Every single one that helped us to get through, brilliant. And to be fair, it was a bit of a breeze through, wasn't it? We didn't really get tested too much. The only time I thought we really got tested was Silkeborg away when they scored that second goal, and we were sort of backs against the wall for a little while. But apart from that, I think it's been pretty much plain sailing through, and to get the job done in all the games and to not lose concentration and concede a couple of goals, I think has been excellent from everybody involved. In terms of last night's game, well, when we saw the lineup, don't get me wrong, we were expecting to see some youth players. I thought we were going to see a couple more, but it was good to see the balance we had there, actually, because last year we couldn't have afforded, if we didn't want to start the first team or the better players on the weekend, we couldn't afford to start them on the Thursday. Now we started 4 now: Soufal, Johnson, Downs, pretty much from the first team, you could argue. Maybe Lanzini is more of a fringe player. Sorry, Manu. And that was really good, because I thought everybody complemented each other really well. There was the mix of youth, and there was the mix of first team experience as well, which I thought was excellent. In terms of just those 2 players, firstly Ollie Scholes, I'm holding the camera. If I could clap, I would. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. A couple of the balls he put in were first class for me. They really were. Those balls are a nightmare for goalkeepers to defend. They just whip in and cut back, and Muamba once got a touch to it, but he was denied by a good save from the keeper, and another one he just couldn't quite get a touch to. So he was unlucky not to get a goal there, and I think Scholes was unlucky not to get an assist there. I thought he didn't look out of place at all. I thought he just slotted in, he did his job, he impressed. And yeah, fair play to him, absolutely brilliant. 16 years old. To think he's not even a year older than me. That's scary. Absolutely brilliant. Fair play to him. It's a really difficult occasion. He was told, as he said on his post-match interview after on Wednesday, he said his jaw dropped. He was like, oh my God, I'm starting. And he completely lived up to expectations. And he's now justified why we've seen him on the bench in a couple of other games as well, as a 16-year-old. And I think he's just summed that up pretty nicely for us and for David Moyes. But in terms of Muamba, I thought he was good as well. A couple of moments where it just didn't quite fall for him, or he just didn't make the right decision. But I'm going to give him the goal. I don't care UEFA gave it as an own goal. On West Ham official, we do what we want. It was a goal. I'm giving it a goal. It wasn't on target, but the wind put it in, didn't it? And the passion from that boy, 8 years old, he joined West Ham. He's a Newham boy, West Ham lad, and that meant everything to him. You could tell. Fair play to him. He gave the old iron sign to the West Ham fans up in the gods. Shout out to them as well. Every single one of you that went over to Bucharest for this dead rubber, absolutely brilliant. We could hear you on the telly, and the fans were absolutely brilliant once again. And I'm glad the players gave them the thank that they deserved at the end as well. So yeah, the two youth players I thought were excellent. We saw some more come on as well. Ash, we didn't look out of place. Who else came on? We had Casey, Forson. So yeah, that was good to see those ones as well. In terms of Pablo Fornals, so we can't not talk about him. He was very good. Clinical, which we don't often say about Pablo Fornals. His post-match interview again summed it up. The way he just called David Moyes gaffer just makes me laugh. Just like he is our Spanish Cockney inside. And yeah, the way he took that goal, yes, it was offside, but there's no VAR, is it? We don't care. We've had our fair few bad VAR decisions. So yeah, it was glad to be in a competition without it. And yeah, the way he took that goal almost reminded me a little bit of that Leicester goal he scored at the start of last season, Leicester away, when we beat them, was it 3 or 4 now? It was very, very well taken goal, especially with the defender coming in to try and block it to get it into the corner. Very, very good. And just got a second one as well to, get it, or weave it into the back of the net, of course, and the Muamba goal as well. But yeah, we did what we needed to do. It was good to see Gerd as well. He just didn't look out of place at all. A training session for him, so hopefully that built up his fitness a bit more last night. And yeah, nothing to complain about at all. It was very, very good. It was calm. It was relaxing. I didn't have to get stressed about it. No injuries. They didn't really pose a threat. And yeah, it was a good night in Bucharest to round off our Europa Conference League group campaign. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, drop a like on it, subscribe to West Ham and Official if you're new. Without further ado, I'm out of here. Come on, you Lions, and bye-bye.